Hello and welcome. Let's compare the Zugu case and the Ocyclone case as quick as possible. Zugu, very nice fake leather look. It doesn't look too fake, but it clearly is. It has very nice microfiber inlay with a royal looking pattern. It has a nice solid shape stand. It has a place where you can put the pencil. And you can store a pencil up here. Okay. And everything else is just fine. About the Ocyclone, it has a flap. It can keep the pen over here while charging. Of course, the Zugu can also charge it while it's in this location. The Ocyclone can also keep the pencil in here, which is a bit more protection. It has a rubber look in here and I don't know about microfiber, a more basic fiber look in here. The stand is less solid. Both magnets are quite strong. The Zugu might have slightly more strong magnets. One thing here, the magnets look tiny bit off, while on the Zugu they are also look a tiny bit off, but somehow this feels a bit better integrated. I also like these holes on the rear side of the Zugu. So I have to say, putting it into the Ocyclone case is a bit easier, is a bit faster. Come on now. There we are. Now, the Ocyclone is better for keeping the pencil really, really safe, if you need that. This looks more modern. The Ocyclone looks more modern, clearly. And it looks a bit less elegant. Tiny bit less elegant. Comes with the territory. These things are probably the worst looking thing of the case. It is, of course, wait, what? You can do that? I don't know if that's really useful, but you can. I didn't even realize that. So this case is a bit less protective. It's a bit thinner, I would say. At least that's what it feels like. Just a tiny little bit though. The flap can get annoying. It can get in the way. But it is nice for keeping the pencil here so it doesn't. Well, you can still push it out if you really want to, but it does keep it in place, not badly. Everything about the holes is just perfect, except here there's a microphone here, I think it's a microphone, and this one does not have an access hole through this case, but the Zugu does have a hole for that. But anyways, let's get this one out. Also quite easy and quick to do. And time to put it into the Zugu. Come on. Which, oh no, they stuck together, which in my opinion is a bit harder to do. It's a bit more trouble to get the iPad inside the Zugu case, but this also makes me think it's a bit more protective, because maybe it's a bit more massive. Hey, that wasn't so hard, actually. All right, looks nicer, this feels nicer, I gotta say. That is a definite yes. Has no flap, which is fantastic. I really don't like the flap about the Ocyclone. I really like this. It charges, it protects it against falling off. The cover sticks to the back very well. Here's a microphone hole. You can put both cases on the fridge if you really want to, but why? It's just a gimmick, in my opinion. If I left anything out that interests you, check out my full reviews of each of these cases. This is just great. But it's not as super protective as having the pencil in here. Because of that, because this is also not as protective, you could still drop it on this and probably damage the pencil, and maybe the pencil would actually damage the iPad. Not too sure, probably not, probably just the pencil would have a problem. But basically this is the reason why this is the winner, definitely the winner for in-house use, everyday use. And this is the winner for travel. because you have two places to store the pencil, one a bit more accessible, one a bit more secure. And even though the flap does get in the way, I'm gonna keep this one for travel and this one for at-home use. This one should be priced about half or even less than half than the Zugu. If this was as expensive as the Zugu, well, I would try to find something cheaper with the same functionality. I don't think I would keep it if it was the same price. But at the current price that it does have, I'm keeping this one for travel and I'm using this one every day, all the time. I completely forgot the stands. So we have 10 options of angles on the Zugu. They work all quite well. The highest angle one actually is a bit more stable on the Zugu as opposed to the Osoclone. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so they have the same mechanic basically. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions, while the Zugu has 10. And in this position it is a bit, yeah, it is clearly less stable. But how often do you use it like that? How often do you have it in the highest angle and want to tap the top part strongly of the iPad? Never really. You can also use these for vertical standing, but there's, oh, okay, no, actually the weight of the bottom there, or of the cover, does keep it stable. And let's see, does this one stand vertically? Sure does. Pretty cool. Oh, well, at some point, of course, it will fall over. So get the Zugu. Get the Zugu is my recommendation. And if you are willing to spend a little more for a travel case, get the Osoclone as well. Links to these cases in the description. I hope this review is useful to you. Let me know if you know of even better cases. I doubt it. And I will see you next time. Until then, ciao.